Hello and welcome to today's um, little mini yoga class. So happy to have you here today. Today's class is releasing the hips and the lower back. And so for those of you who do not know me, my name is Tonya. I am the founder of yogabytonya.com. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to encourage you to have a couple of blocks handy today. And we are going to start on our backs. So placing the feet to the mat, knees rest towards one another, or you're just resting the knees together here. So closing your eyes and finding a position for your arms and hands that feels comfortable and supportive. Taking a deep in-breath into the belly, the ribs, and the chest. Exhale, releasing. Inhale into the belly, ribs, chest. And then as you exhale, you're softening all the tissues, letting them melt to the pull of gravity. One more breath, just like that on your own. And you're gently blinking the eyes open, lifting the knees up, and you're just going to gently windshield wiper the knees from side to side, keeping your hip points on the mat. And then take a full body stretch. Inhale, reach the fingers to the top of the mat as you point the toes away from the body. Grabbing onto your left wrist, gently pull over that hand over to the right side. Then switch and then pull that right hand over to the left side. And then coming back to center, hug the knees to the chest. Inhale. Then exhale, holding on to the right knee, plant the left foot down. So holding on to the knee or the thigh, just going to draw some circles with your knee. You're just focusing on moving the femur head in the hip socket. And then reversing, going in the opposite direction. Adding some lubrication to your hip socket. And plant that foot down, lifting the left knee up, drawing some circles. Making sure you're breathing, not holding the breath. And then reversing, going in the opposite direction. Good. And then planting the foot to the mat. Just go ahead and ground your sit bones to the mat. Press your lower back into the mat. And then lift your knees up to stack your knees over your hips. Exhale the knees to the right. Inhale the knees to center. Then exhale the knees to the left. Inhale the knees to center. Plant the feet down. Plant the arms down. Externally rotate your shoulders. Press your tailbone into the mat. And then begin to peel the tailbone away from the mat. Moving up the spine towards the thoracic spine, the spine behind your rib cage. Going slow here. And then when you get to a stopping point, you're just slowly reversing, moving back down the spine towards the tailbone. You have two more just like that, moving slow, being intentional. Good. And then you're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Knees are wide. You're pressing the soles of the feet together. So just really press your feet into one another here. And then as you inhale, you're going to lift the knees towards the midline. So they're not going to lift very far. Exhale, release the knees down. Then inhale, lift up, hold. Exhale, release the knees down. Inhale, lift up, hold. Building a little bit of strength in your inner thighs and your glutes. You have 5 more of these. Going slow here. Don't go fast. Be intentional with this movement. Focusing on your breath. One more. You're going to bring it up, your thighs up. Hold, build a little bit of heat. And then exhale, let the knees rest towards the mat. A little passive stretch for the inner thigh. Good. And then planting the feet to the mat. Hug your knees towards your chest. Option for 3 spiral rocks. If that doesn't work for you, just roll to the side. We're going to meet in a tabletop. Knees are hip width apart, big starfish hands here. Gaze is neutral. So notice I don't have my chin overly tucked, nor am I looking forward. I have a nice neutral gaze. Shoulders are in their hips, are in their sockets here. Pressing the mat away. Inhale, drop your belly, heart and gaze move forward, cow. Then exhale, tucking your tailbone, rounding through the spine to cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Really pressing the mat away. Last one, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And then inhaling to a neutral spine, walking the palms towards the top of the mat. Forearms come to the mat, forehead rests on the mat. Inhale. And then as you exhale, your heart just melts towards the mat. Your hip stays over your knees. Puppy pose. Have about 5 breaths here. Letting the heart melt towards the mat. Jaw releases, tongue releases. Belly is soft. And then inhale, gently pressing yourself back up into tabletop. Inhale, drop your belly, cow. Exhale, release cat. Inhale to a neutral spine. Bring your right arm underneath the body, shoulder and cheek come to the mat. Thread the needle. And then press back up into tabletop. Drop your belly cow. Exhale, round the spine cat. Inhale to a neutral spine and threading the needle with the left arm. And then press back up into tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog, and then just maybe pedaling the feet, shifting the hips from side to side. And then bending into the knees, inhale, look to the top of the mat. As you exhale, walk or step between your hands. Grabbing your blocks here. Inhale, half lift. So make sure your hips are over your ankles, your shoulders are over your wrists, and the blocks are underneath your shoulders. Back is straight here. Head is an extension of the spine. You may need to bend into the knees. So your inhale, lengthening through the spine, shoulders are in their sockets. Exhale, big bend in the knee, belly to thighs, head is heavy. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lifting all the way up into extended mountain. Grab onto your left wrist or reach to the right. Inhale to center, switch the grip, exhale to the left. Inhale to center, exhale, cactus the arms, lift the breastbone up. Inhale, reach up to extended. Exhale, sitting down into chair. Weight moves towards the heels, and then you're going to come into an open arm twist to the left. Inhale to chair. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale to chair to extended. Exhale, palms through heart center to your forward fold. Inhale, half lift using your blocks here. And exhale, forward fold. Plant the palms to the mat. Walk or step back to your plank. Dropping to the knees, the chin, chest, belly. Inhale, lifting the head and shoulders, coming into baby cobra. Elbows hug in, gazes down your nose. And then if you want, maybe lift one foot and then the other, or you can flutter your feet or move from side to side, or just be static. And then pressing to your tabletop, you're going to step your left foot forward. Go ahead and grab onto your blocks. Maybe shift back and forth here. And then coming in to your low lunge. Maybe your gaze looks up, maybe not. And then exhale, planting the right palm to the mat or block. Left fingertips reach towards the ceiling. Or you can even place that palm on your hip. Then exhale, plant your palm to the mat. And you're just going to begin to shift back into half splits. So remember, we're keeping our hip over our knee or in front of our knee. If you have a little bit more space, you just move that hip forward rather than back. You can also add some movement here. Bending into your knee, planting the palms to the mat, step the knee back. tabletop. Inhale, drop your belly, cow. Exhale, round the spine, cat. Inhale to a neutral spine, and then stepping that right foot forward. Lifting up into your low lunge. Exhale, planting the left palm down, reaching those right fingertips upward, twisting into the right. And then exhale, plant the palm down. And you're just going to begin to shift back into your half splits. Maybe you want to add some movement here. Maybe you just want to hinge forward. Just play with this a little bit. And bending into the right knee, planting the palms to the mat, step the knee back, drop to the chin and chest, belly. Inhale, lifting up into baby cobra. And then press back to your tabletop. Tuck your toes this time, lift your hips down at dog. And then stepping that left foot forward, dropping the back knee down. Inhale to your low lunge. Exhale, planting the right palm down, reach those left fingertips up. Plant the palms down, shift back to your half splits. You can add movement or just be static. And bend into your knee. Step the leg back. Drop to the chin, chest, belly. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Press to your down dog. Inhale. As you exhale, step that right foot forward and drop your back knee down. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, plant the left palm down. Twist it to the right. Plant the palms down and then shift back to your half splits. Maybe you add some movement. Moving into your right knee. Step the leg back. Drop to the chin and chest, belly. Inhale, lifting the head and shoulders, and then maybe the feet, locust. And then tuck your toes, lift up, shift back, down dog. Inhale. Stay for the exhale. Bend your knees, look to the top of the mat, walk or step between your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lifting all the way up into extended mountain. Exhale your palms to heart center. 3 breaths. Shifting the weight into the left leg. Inhale, lift that right knee up into one leg Tadasana. If you need help here, you can always use the wall or a piece of furniture to help you balance. And then exhale, release that foot down. Make sure your feet are hip width apart here. Always coming back to Tadasana. And then shifting the weight into the right leg. Inhale, lift that left knee up. Plant the foot down. Peek down, make sure you're in Tadasana. Inhale, reach up into extended mountain. Grab onto your left wrist, reach to the right. Inhale through center. Switch the grip, exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, bring the arms in front of you. Wrists crossed. Inhale, reach up to extended. Option to come onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, forward fold, a drinking bird. Inhale, lifting up into chair. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Inhale to chair. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale to chair two, extended. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, reaching up into extended. Grab onto your left wrist, reach to the right. Inhale, center. Switch the grip. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, bring the arms down to your side. Wrists cross in front of you. And inhale, reach up. Maybe come onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, drinking bird, belly to thighs. Inhale, chair. Exhale, open arm twist left. Inhale, chair. Exhale, open arm twist right. Inhale, chair two, extended. Exhale, palms through heart center to a forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your palms to the mat and just begin to make your way down to a seated position. We're going to plant the feet to the mat. Feet are a little bit wider than hip width. You're hugging the backs of your thighs, or your thighs to your belly, rather. And then you're just going to let your head come between your knees here. The head is heavy. Shoulders melt away from the ears. Nice stretch for the entire back body, the spine. Just simply using the weight of the head. And then gently begin to lift the head up. Extend the legs long, coming into staff pose. You're using your fingertips behind your hips here just to support your spine. Your shoulders are stacked over your hips. You're lengthening through the spine and you're dorsiflexing your feet. Bending this right knee into your chest to hug the knee to the chest. Use those right fingertips behind your hip. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, gently twisting to the right. Connecting to your breath. And then gently release. Coming back to staff. Hug your left knee in. Gently twist to the left. Coming back to center, bending the knees, beginning to roll to the back. Take a couple of breaths here. Hug your knees to your chest. Lift the head and shoulders tight ball. And then as you exhale, coming into your Shavasana, externally rotate your shoulders. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. Shavasana, rest pose. Putting some gentle movement to the fingers and toes. And then when you're ready, inhale, take a full body stretch. As you exhale, bend your knees, roll to the right side in a fetal position. And then gently press yourself up into a seated position of your choice. Palms to your heart space. Bow your head. May there be peace in your thoughts. May there be peace in your words. May there be peace in your heart. And may you share that with all beings. Thank you so much for joining me with so much gratitude. Namaste. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. Please go ahead and subscribe to this channel, like this class, leave a comment. I appreciate it so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and please check me out on at my website www.com, yogabytonya.com, or whatever, yogabytonya.com. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Looking forward to chatting soon.